Welcome to the Block Sitdown. This is the COMMS voice chat, a podcast where we talk everything Call of Duty League related. And today we got week one, major one, games to go over. We got a whole bunch of post game reactions. This is the first time we're looking at a lot of teams, at least for me. And this is the first time where it actually matters in the league season, the regular season. And yeah, this is the major one qualifiers. And then we're gonna go over the tallies from last week. We're gonna go over our scores because we all predicted games. And we're gonna go over if you got the match the match points, I guess, right. If you guessed the right score, you were able to get 1 point, and then if you got the team right, obviously you got to get both right to get 2 points. But if you only got the team right, you get 1 point. And then we're gonna, I guess, it's just a little fun game. And then that's gonna be in the middle of the pod, and then we're gonna do pregame for the second week in Major One, the Major One qualifiers, week two. Go over those games and then kind of preview that. And yeah, how y'all doing today, VJ?
No, I mean, doing all right. I'm here.
You're
Doing nothing.
here, and you woke up today. God is good
Yeah.
all the time. Choosy, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I can't complain. It's been a busy week. You're here. It's almost the weekend. So I can't complain, bro.
Ready to talk Call of Duty?
I mean,
Yeah, we are. We are here to Jesus.
Do it, bro.
this
All right. All right. Let me go to the little screen. Okay, here we go. We're gonna move from the bottom up. I don't know why breaking point is the side we're using. I don't know why they do it this way, bruh. We're gonna start with the Friday games. We got the Riyadh Falcons going up against Optic Texas, and they basically got dunked on. And yeah, put through the rim. They spent all this money on this roster, and yeah, they got put through the rim. VJ, what do we take from this game? It's the first showing for both teams of the season, but
for sure.
what does it say more about? Which team does it say more about with this
I mean,
loss or win?
I think it says more about Falcons than anything, because I mean, everyone kind of predicted Optic to kind of be that the Giants essentially.
Yeah.
The top of the chain, top of the food chain. Everyone essentially is trying to climb up that pedestal and trying to challenge them in some way, and it wasn't the Falcons this game especially. I think it just shows a lot about the Falcons, in my opinion. I think the Falcons kind of it's a weird assemble of a squad, and it's definitely a squad that's most definitely still works. I just think it's all over the place right now. Um, yeah, I mean, there's not really much to take away from the Falcons. It's just a mess right now. It looks like a mess. It seems like Kismet is gonna play that flex role. I don't think that's the optimal one, but it is what it is. But overall, yeah, I mean, good showcase by Optic. I mean, Falcons did what they can, but ain't much they can do against this fucking powerhouse.
Yeah. Um, Choosy. What do you think was the problem with the Falcons? Why did they get swept like this and put through the rim like this?
I just think it's a team thing, man. I mean, they're not organized, in my opinion. I mean, they still got plenty they can work on. I mean, they went against Optic again. I mean, you're coming off the defending champs. I mean, they swept everybody, and they've been looking good since the before the season started. They looked great in that game. I mean, they 3-0'd them. I just think they're really dysfunctional right now. There's a lot, again, it's beginning of the season. There's lots they can work on. Everybody's been kind of scattered for the most part. I just think they need to get some type of organization and you figure out who's running point, and they just need some structure, man. They just look lost out there. I'm be honest.
Yeah, it's like at some points it was looking like I would say the Falcons look like they were like a couple steps behind. I don't know how much practice they've gotten, and that's one of the things that like a lot of these teams that get destroyed week one is kind of like how much did you actually practice, and you can kind of tell like some people are just depending on their just skill and kind of their chemistry from the players from last year, where it's kind of like I think everybody's just trying to find their footing for at least the Falcons' sake. And it just felt like you see a hard point, you see a search and destroy that was kind of close in both aspects. They were competing, I feel like. But overall, it was kind of like Optic knew the meta, and the Falcons were just trying to play catch up, in my opinion. And it just kind of looked like, yeah, this is a new game mode. Everybody's trying to get used to it. But Optic is the ones, I think, putting in a lot more work on the behind the cameras and off camera. But at the end of the day, I don't know. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'd be looking at Xnid's stats because he's kind of like the rookie from last year, and you want to see him step up and see what he can do to try to elevate this team, because we kind of know what Celium can be. He just has to get to that level on this team. Pred, we kind of know how he kind of plays and who he is as a player, and it's kind of like the Kismet X-Nid of who's gonna do what and how are they gonna figure out their roles and kind of get into that role. We see X-Nid a .71 in map 1, .22. He was 2 kills and 9 deaths in the search and destroy, and then again negative. Like, I'm not saying anybody else played that much better, bruh, but it's just crazy how much how many steps they look behind Optic, and Optic's like probably one of the best teams in the league. So I'm not saying anything about that, but it's just like when you spend this much money on a roster, you kind of expect results or something early in the season to keep you wanting to keep going. And this didn't help. All shouts out to Optic. Merc was bro, 63 fucking kills, bro. 63 kills in a hard point. Like, are we, yo, wait, what are these stats, bro? 63 and 69, bro.
It's total all maps.
I was like, wait, oh, I'm tripping. I was like, wait, yeah, okay, that makes a lot more sense, bro. I'm like, yo, 33 and 17 for Shotzi and map 3 in the overload. It's just very interesting, the whole new game mode and stuff. And yeah, the Merc and Shotzi duo, look at that, 1.92 and 1.94 in the overload. Yeah, not much to say here because it just wasn't close, bruh. I think we can move on. We only need to talk about this and how bad they were. Jesus, I'm trying to navigate through this shit. And, yo. Okay, next up we got Carolina Royal Ravens versus the Boston Breach. Carolina was able to take one game all the way to round 11 in search and was able to win that. And yeah, they lost both hard points and lost 2-3 in overload, kind of close. And yeah, Carolina Royal Ravens kind of like in rebuilding mode. They only played once this weekend, so yeah, this kind of like their only showing for the week. And I'm pretty sure Boston too, no? Or did Boston play twice? I don't know.
Well, they only played once. They only
played once, but so both teams only played once, so that's kind of good. They at least got 4 games out of it. Chuck, how do we feel about the losing team? Let's go with the losing team first. How do you feel about the Royal Ravens and how they performed?
I mean, like you said, it's a rebuild. Besides Old Man Slasher, um, it's just, I mean, it's new roster, and I didn't expect much from them in the first place. But I mean, it is what it is. I bluntly didn't think they were gonna win. To be honest, I watched the games. They performed exactly how I thought. I mean, I'm surprised they went to Game 11 search. I'm gonna be honest, but I mean, it
Yeah.
did. I mean, Overload was kind of close. I just, I mean, there wasn't much to see there, man. I'm gonna be honest.
VJ, how do we feel about the new pickup of Nasty? You said he would be a great addition to this team. Did he look like that in this game?
Yeah, 100%. I thought he was the star. He stood out to me instantly. I think the respawns is definitely what took over for Nasty. I feel like his impact in the respawns were immense, bro. Search is definitely still a question in the air, obviously, because I feel like last year's it was kind of like Boston was a very like a dirty Neslo type of team, only winning 2, 3, and 5. So they're trying to go for that, in my opinion. But Boston looks great. I mean, if they're able to consistently work on that respawn a little bit more often and then kind of work out the new additions of Search, because Nasty does have a little bit of a different play style than Awakening from last year. I think they could be a solid like mid-tier team that can definitely pull a couple scary ones here and there when it comes to these big team matchups. So I like what I see from there, but I do want to shout out the Royal Ravens, even though they definitely did not look great at all. I think the Young Guns look nice to me, at least.
Yeah.
Was it Lurks and Craze? I think they look great. Obviously, a loss is a loss no matter how you take it. But I felt like the way they played the game, I thought like they played
Yeah.
solid. They played
Yeah.
like they knew what to do and all that whatnot. And I like how they were doing their thing on the map. So I want to shout out them. Hopefully they can figure something out. I mean, the team is kind of an interesting one, still in the works, but I definitely like the young guns for the Ravens.
Yeah, I agree. I just think like kind of like the key factors like Nero, like I feel like we kind of just know where he's at, so there's no really elevating him. It's just trying to see how far the young guns can take you, and obviously Slasher's the old man. There's not much you can get out of him. Hopefully, you can have 1, 2 maps that makes a difference in the game potentially. But Boston Breach, yeah, Nasty was the key player. Like he's damn near the. I would say that he was their best player in this whole game. Like he was definitely a difference maker for them, and kind of made him look like a I won't say a completely different team, but a different team in the respawns, like you said. Like he just is exactly what they needed, and hopefully this can continue, and hopefully Boston can do something this year, whether that's make it to a semifinals or win or losers bracket or something crazy like that. Because I think this team needs it. I wouldn't say more than anybody, but they need it, bro. They need it for sure. Oh shit! I'm still navigating through the site, man. Gotta hit the completed, and then whatever. Okay, we got the big matchup, the LA Thieves versus the FaZe Vegas. And yeah, LA Thieves swept FaZe Vegas, and yeah, it was always close. But yeah, Thieves, and it felt like this is like more of like a backpack game for Sip, trying to do it all, but also just trying to just push everything together, man. Push everything together and see what the other three can build. And hey, bro, at least it was somewhat close, bro. And you may have got swept, but at least you made it somewhat competitive. VJ, how'd you see it?
I mean, you just said it. I think this game kind of just like you look at it, it's 3-0. Oh, never mind, they got swept. But you look game by game, bro. This shit was like neck and neck, damn near. There was times where I was like, yo, if FaZe low key can just, I'm assuming they obviously it comes with time. Like if they were to just work on this a little bit more, they're there. They're like neck and neck, basically, essentially in terms of keeping that consistency. So, I like what I see from FaZe. I think a lot of people were doubting the squad or had question marks. I think it
Except
was overall.
Draza.
Hey man.
That map 3 was the only good one, bro. I was like, yeah, at least he got his get back on that last map. But yo,
Hey man, hey man, it is what it is. Obviously, I think Draza definitely has a question mark. I think obviously just the Draza and Abuza, duo is still kind of up in the air. But I think Simp and 04, I think even from this game, even though like I said, it was 3-0, people look at it as some way, shape, or form. I thought they Simp and 04 kind of worked how they should work into. Yeah, they work how they should work. I think 04 is just he's still learning the basic. He's basically learning how to play alongside Simp
yeah,
and no other person to learn apart from one of the best subs in the game. So I think that's easily one of the best ways to look at it. Thieves, I mean, it's a good team. It's a super team. It's another super team. I'm gonna keep standing on by this every time I keep saying it for them. I think they could potentially be the best team in the league when they're on it every day. Like if all the players are on it locked in one unit, I think they're probably the most unstoppable team in the league. But sometimes like not when all of them are not locked in, it's like look at that. Like you can look at that map one stat line, even though stats don't say everything, that it doesn't look great in terms of eyes, but still makes a factor in some way, shape, or form. But BZ had a stellar game in that map one. But yeah, no, I
Yeah,
think
that
Thieves
map.
definitely it was doing their thing for sure. So I can't really say nothing more about them.
yeah, I would say Jaza, y'all said he had a slow start in the other tournaments or whatever, and I was looking for that this game to see if it was gonna be a slow start. 1931, I was like, oh shit, yeah, he's that kind of like the odd man out. In 04, like you said, bro, he's gonna play. He's still trying to figure out how to play next to Simp, and I think he's gonna be able to figure it out, and he's gonna be the key factor on this team to make or break him. And I think if I was a betting man, I would say he's gonna make him, and he's already showed that in his second game that we're gonna talk about. But yeah, you see a 32-21 stat line from Abizi in his first map officially for the Thieves, and then you see like a Kenny was the only one negative in this game with a 4 and 5 doesn't mean anything, and then this game their best player Scrap goes 14 for 24, and they still win in an overload, and that overload that was a crazy choke job, bro. Like I'm looking at this, I'm like, yo, are they about to win? Is FaZe about to win? It was like a late second comeback, bro, where they scored like 2 or 3 points, bro. I think it was like 5-1 at one point, and then the last 2 minutes they was able to rack up some points. And I was like, whoa, do not let them get another game out of this one, and they didn't. But like you said, like the Simp and 04, bro, whenever they're running together, and I'm like, oh man, like once they figure this out and tendencies and all the above get figured out, it's gonna be really bad for the league. Choosy, any
Um,
thoughts, comments?
of course, man. I mean, it was a great game. I watched the whole every single game on this one. Um, Abizi, I mean, he showed out for on this is first I guess season game with the Thieves. I think he was on like a 10 streak at one point, and it only ended because Kenny killed him. So I mean, friendly fire
Yeah,
on that one,
yeah,
but he was cooking. Like VJ said, if these guys are on, I'm an Optic fan. I think Optic might be the only one to challenge them. But like when they're on, it is very possible they're the best team in the league. I mean, that's just flat out. But the games were close. Like it wasn't like a flood or anything. Um, and again, like you said in the overload match, I mean their best players going neg and they still won. FaZe did drop three in a row. They dunked it 3 times. So I mean, I thought it was gonna come back. I was watching the same thing. I was like, oh my god, are they really about to like come back on them? But Thieves pulled it out. They 3-0'd them. I think again, I don't like Draws. I mean, he's a good player. Don't get me wrong, but like I just I'm not a crazy fan. I think he just got off to a slow start. Like we mentioned before, that AR duo, it's gonna take some time in my opinion because they're both pretty similar. They got to mesh. Um, I like what 04 did. I know he's neg, but he did some stuff on the map that doesn't show in the stats. Um, and Simp trying to do it all. I mean, we know what he's gonna do. Overall, I think it was a great game. Although they got 3-0, I mean, every game was pretty close. Overload wasn't at first, but the tail end, like we said, they dunked 3 in a row, so it ended up being close. But I think it's a great series. I think they're both teams are trying to get their bearings. I mean, they replaced uh, 2 players on each side, so
Yeah. And that goes for the Friday slate of games. And for the first 2 weeks, I'm pretty sure it's just 3 games, 3 games, 3 games. So 9 games in total. I think usually it's 4 Friday games or 4 Saturday games. And this is the first game 5 we have on a Saturday. Toronto Koi faced the Miami Heretics, and yeah, they both only played once this week, and this is their game. And I don't know what y'all take from this game, but I think it's very apparent what Miami has to work on. This little 8-0 and overload. They definitely didn't know the meta or anything of that nature, but I think what you can take from this game is Rencourt has had his moments like he's had last year, but there's some times where he steps up to that level where it's like, he's still that star player and really hasn't missed a beat. Because you see a lot of players that come in as a rookie and don't really take that next step. And Rencourt's kind of like this guy on his team, and he has to like if they want to compete, he has to be there. And Super in most respawns really isn't him. So there's that, and then Trakes, I'm pretty sure he had visa issues or whatever they kept talking about it, and so I don't know how much they were able to actually practice before this game. But yeah, still don't understand how Insight has a job, but hey, that's neither here nor there. Choosy, how we feel? How we feel about
I
both
think
teams at this moment?
I think it was a good game. Obviously, I mean, I think they need to work on the respawn structure, but the big thing is that they did have visa issues. From my knowledge and watching it, I know they have not been able to play with together that much. Scrimming wise, getting reps in, etc. I'm not holding this one that heavily against them. They still went to game 5. So obviously there's a lot of work to do here, especially on overload. I mean, it limits at 8 points, and they got to 8 points, and they did not score once. Definitely some work there. But again, I think them taking it game 5 with not a lot of reps with each other, give them some time. I think they're gonna figure it out. Plus, Trake's first game, he's probably nervous, had the jitters, and again, they didn't really get to play that much, so I'm not holding it that much against them.
Point 5 is crazy. VJ.
And Toronto
Oh
looked good. I won't throw that in there too. I was
yeah.
hating on Toronto a little bit last video. Toronto did pretty good. Insight did some dumb stuff, a couple of plays. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm with you there, but Toronto looked pretty good.
Inside. Everybody else dropped a .5 and above, and KD in his overload map, he dropped a .69. Nice. VJ?
uh, I think both teams kind of just showed how essentially rusty are. I know, at least in terms of scrims, what I heard, obviously Miami couldn't scrim properly because they didn't have traits due to visa. Toronto, can't get really the best scrims either because majority of the teams that were scrimming, the main rotation I remember hearing was Optic, FaZe, Thieves, and Gentlemates. They were in a 4-team rotation and scrims. That's what I heard. What like before leading up into week 1. So essentially, Toronto wasn't really getting as much scrims as they could with the top team. So kind of seeing this was like, all right, teams definitely look rusty. I mean, obviously you look by the stats, it looks like fucking Toronto was whooping their ass. Obviously it wasn't because they went to game 5.
Yeah.
Overall though, I think Toronto definitely was a kill horn a little too hard at times. I think fundamentally, they're still trying to work out the kinks of it. I think Real was the best addition they could have had to put alongside Joe, in my opinion. That duo looks phenomenal to me. I mean, y'all said about Insight. I don't think I need to repeat anything else on there. But Kleenex, I think if he honestly starts flowing in, and I feel like when he starts understanding the meta of like the game, I feel like the game is just super fast paced. Once he starts clicking with that, I think Loki Toronto could be a dangerous team to go in. Like they might be the top of like the mid tier, potentially even enter that top like tier type of teams once they kind of like figure out the kinks and actually get some quality scrims because it looks sloppy. It looks sloppy. I felt like Toronto could have won this easily, like 3-1, 3-0 at time, but it is what it is. But overall, uh, not too shabby for Toronto. I think Miami, they fought. They have the grit, I guess. Didn't look great at times, but they had the grit. I think Trake's definitely was warmed up later on into the game. It took him a hot minute, but I think he warmed into the the whole things later on. So
Yeah.
hopefully he can show out. I mean, it sucks that they kind of put that pressure on him, being like esports Messi or they want to call him. So it's kind of like that's big pressure, man. And I kind of feel it for him because I don't know why Miami did that stupid shit, but it is what it is, man. Hopefully though, he just comes in and actually like put some quality in there because I mean I mean Bobby, I'll be honest, you're on kind of a weird team right now with the dynamic of Miami.
You're also on a weird team because they're all Spanish and they're trying to win something with that Spanish team. They're not trying to give it up. Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. Chase is make or break for this team, and I mean he played better, but when I see him drop a .5, I'm like that's cool and all. But then you just look at like 0-0-0. They P4, bruh. P4 got him a 9 points, bruh. Yo, yo.
It was pretty bad. 131-0 was pretty bad. But again, it's first game. Again, like attesting to what VJ said, like Toronto's, they did look sloppy. I mean, it looks good. They obviously have great potential. I mean, they did good. They did solid last year, but I mean, not having the proper scrims. And same thing with Miami. I mean, one of the players had visa issues. So like, that's why like it is bad. Like you got 100-point club first game. But, like, I mean, they came back. They did 199 to 250 on map 4. So like, I'm not. It's bad, but like I'm gonna cut him some slack a little bit. I'm just saying, bro. Cut him
Yeah.
a little bit of slack.
I will say Scar Search and Destroy, bruh. That's cinema, bruh. I like that map for S&D, man. Every time I see it, it's always a good map. Definitely, I'm gonna tab these next time, bro. I'm tired of going back and then I'm hitting upcoming games and shit, bro. It should make no sense. All right, let's go into Vancouver Surge. Yeah, we got the little like I guess young team with the Halo legend, I guess Halo legend, Halo player named Legend. Paris Gentlemates, one of the best teams going into this season. Just have a whole bunch of hungry guys, and then you got Envoy. They win 3-0 against Vancouver Surge, and I would say it's not close, but I mean, Surge had their moments in I feel like the hard point, and then Surge it was kind of like yeah. We see the kind of like difference, and then the meta for Paris and the overload and Den was kind of like swinging Paris's way. But yeah, Gwen kind of I feel like what was the guy that shined the most. Legend had his moments in the hard point, and then I remember one time in the hard point, it was like I think it was Envoy. He was like, "Oh yeah, Legend around back. I don't think you know what he's doing or something like that." And I'm like, "Oh hell no, they disrespect him."
I know what you're talking about. It was the
Bro.
overload.
He was like, I don't know what Legend doing. It's like, yo, this is crazy. But I ain't gonna lie, Legend has moments in the hard point though. In Colossus, whatever that shit is, bro. But yeah, yo, I ain't gonna lie, Ghosty be going nuclear, bro. This dude's obviously the main star in this team, man. It's just like, it's just funny that he was like third best on his team last year, bruh, and was kind of the scapegoat, got kicked off his team, and now he's dropping 1.5s in overloads, 4.5s in fucking search and destroys, 1.3s. Like, bro, this dude is the obvious star on this team, and even if he don't get it going, yo, bro, Neptune and Sib is gonna fucking grab a 3-piece or be on a 5 streak or fucking they're the ones carrying the torch for this game. Like, bro, this team has like endless amounts of potential, bro. It's just gonna be getting to the main stage and seeing if they could do it on land. But man, this team is it, bro. And it's just I just love seeing like the aftermath of everything, or like the in between the face cams and rounds where it's just you see Ghosty and Neptune Sid just kind of like laying back, just like just listening, and it's Envoy that's up talking, and you just see his mouth moving the whole time, bro. No one else is talking. It's just Envoy saying whatever, bro. It's in between search rounds or after hard point, like it's always just Envoy being the vet he is, talking to everybody, and it sounds like everybody's listening. But yeah, just and Abe even had his moments for Vancouver, going back to them. I ain't gonna lie, brother. The Vancouver team is fun to watch, and hopefully they could be more competitive than what this Paris team did to them in this game, which I don't think it's gonna be a problem eventually. I just think Legend needs more time, obviously, but I think this is a good start for him, in my opinion. VJ, do you think that? How did Legend play in your
Well,
eyes?
well, one, I think he played. I think honestly, for his first ever league match, with the quality of practice he was trying to get, especially since Vancouver plays in probably the worst potential CDL fucking servers you could get.
Yeah,
Where I think they said like they're automatically pinging like 45 latency, like no, like on the closest team they could face. I think what they Vancouver. I think the closest team they got is fucking server
LA.
wise, maybe LA. But but like there's no real team in LA, so it was like shit. Like these guys are pinging 45, but it is what it is for them. Now Vancouver, they did all right. Did a lot better than what I would expect in terms of like development because the way leading up the preseasons and like the practices beforehand, they were getting slammed. I mean, everyone was on Legends' ass, bro. They were saying, "Yo, this dude is not him." And like, I think I'm happy that he has showed out. He did all right. You can tell he's slowly developing into the game.
Yeah,
Um, I think when he kind of gets in flow, he'll get there.
yeah.
I think honestly,
Repetition.
what-
I think repetition, flow, and just tendencies, and just being in a league long enough to know like, oh, there's gonna be another guy coming around this corner, or like things like that. You could tell he just
yeah,
wasn't used to, and that just
yeah, because
comes with
like
playing the game.
for sure. That's that time of game because you could definitely tell like the skills are there. He has the potential. I think the best player for Surge wasn't even positive. I thought it was Abe that was the best player. I thought Gwen was just Killhorn in my eyes at times. I thought Gwen was just kind of just like he was just Killhorn. Essentially it does help at times to kill Horror, but it was like you can kill Horror and be good, or you can kill Horror and be bad. And I felt like he was being kill Horroring and bad at the same time.
Yeah,
So
I feel like Abe on a Search and Destroy was where I seen him like the most like impactful in my opinion. I think he was controlling mid for most of it, and even then he was kind of like holding it down when he could, and just was doing everything he could. Yeah, Gwen went 3-8 on that shit. Yeah. Yeah, I still think the Gwen Killhorn shit is still like a thing. But it's just gonna be interesting to see if he can still do it because like it's fine to kill Horde because it leads to great moments and whatever the case may be. But I don't know. It's gonna stab him in the back so many times. I don't know.
yeah,
I
it,
think
it,
Lunars played the worst on this team, and that's just something that like I think he just like he just be so passive sometimes. I seen this on the General Mates last year, bro. He just plays so passive. He just like hates trying to step on people's toes, and sometimes you just need to do your own thing and figure it out, bro. And you're with a young team now that's more understanding. I feel like last team you was just a rookie that was just trying to make do with what you could and do whatever everybody else said, bro. So I think he needs to really just like take over and whatever the case may be, bro. Comms or just game style wise, just he needs to figure it out for himself because I really feel like that's his problem and it's been his problem for the last 2 years.
I probably agree. I think, but if there's one thing I could take at least for Genomates, even though they kind of played I won't say picture perfect, but they played damn near a complete game. You are facing a fucking inexperienced Surge squad essentially. I think Genomates look like the best respawn team in the game, in my opinion. I think just off rip, I think they're probably the best respawn at this moment. I feel like their respawns are just kind of they're clicking. I mean, I don't think there's no like wrongdoing with their respawns. I feel like on hardpoint they're rotating perfect, breaking perfect. I don't know. And
I
then
feel I feel like they got the meta. They got the meta for Overload.
for sure. I mean, overloads here and there at times. I think it's definitely due to matchups on overload, but their style is just so aggressive.
Yeah,
So that's why I think
they win the
Genomates
gunfights.
have the best. But I say I think they have the best potential for like the hard points and overload just respawns. So at least what I can take away from the Genomates.
Chuck, what you taking from this game?
I mean, you guys kind of touched on it. I mean, Vancouver's. I mean, they're young, they're new. Like you said, I mean, they have server issues. I mean, just um, working logistics. I mean, they're on the far west coast in Canada, so I mean, they're gonna be in there. I mean, they're gonna have bad servers no matter what. I think Legend didn't, like you said, Legend didn't do bad for it being his first game. I think people expected him to do a lot worse. And you going against one of the top teams in the league, I mean, it wasn't that bad. I think Abe looked the best on the team. Again, Gwen Killhorn. You guys, like you said, you guys kind of already said it. Ghosty looking like the best player on G Mates, and like you said, Envoy doing it's basically him doing his vet duties. I mean, the
Yeah,
game was pretty straightforward. I mean, I think they did okay. I mean, I think they did as best as they could do playing against one of the top teams and not having a lot of not having a lot of I guess unity with each other. I mean, they haven't. I mean, they still got to get good chemistry. You know, they still got to play a decent amount. So, um, I think it's just a work in progress with the team. But I mean, it's kind of what I expected it. I didn't think they were going to get a map. If they did, I mean, I think it would have been a stroke of luck. But I didn't think they were going to take a map from Gmates.
Yeah. Yep. But at least they're somewhat competitive. Hopefully they keep it that way. Um. And yeah, what we got next? We got G2 versus Cloud9 New York. First time seeing Cloud9 New York, and the only time this week, and they end up losing, falling to Minnesota in game 5. And yeah, it was pretty. It looked like they were pretty competitive, bro. They got the 2 hard points, and then everything else kind of just fell the opposite way. Choosy, how you feel about this? How you feel about the whole?
I thought it was a good game.
How you feel about people hating on Vivid, man? They're like, how does Vivid still come up in the league, man? I'm like, bro, he played on the best challenger team last year, bro. He went down, and yo, people be hating on Reese, man. How you feel, choosing?
I I mean. I think they're just finding somebody to blame. I mean, you got to give the guy a chance. I mean, you got to give the guy a chance, man. I'm not the one. I mean, it's the beginning of the season. I'm not about to throw hate at anybody. Um, like obviously I'm not like a huge Drives fan. I got my slander to Envoy and all that stuff, but like I mean, only team I'm gonna throw shade at is the Falcons just because they're so fucking dysfunctional, you know. But I mean, I'm not gonna throw shade at a specific player. I think they need to get a guy a shot. The whole Cloud9 team is I think the whole Cloud9 team is brand new, is it not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Mac was on
Like
there
they
last year,
Let's go
but
from
then went
Mac.
down. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was on
like
Challengers team at the end.
I'm from the viewpoint of like you got to give the guys a shot. Like after Major one, then I can see. I say we start throwing shots at everybody, you know. But right now, like everybody's got to get used to it, you know. Overall, I think it was a good game. I mean, we went game 5. Um, Cloud9 won both the hard points. I like the Estriel and Cramp duo. They look solid. I'm just gonna throw that out there right now. That duo looks great in my opinion. Um, I just think I mean you got G2 is a super aggressive team. Watching the gameplays, I mean there were some late rotations. I'd say there was a little bit of kill horn. It wasn't a crazy amount, but like some to the extent where like it cost you the row. Um, I like the series. It was a great game. I thought I was gonna have to watch it and I was gonna turn it off. I'm like, oh my god, like this is brutal. But I mean, overall, it was a good series in my opinion.
I think it was fun to watch fucking Mac, Estriel, and Kremp fight for this mid Colossus. And it was just so fun to watch because they was all shooting. And then it was like the just like bro, Estriel would be on a 4 streak or Kremp would go on a 5 streak or Mac would like carry the team. Like you said, there was Killhorn. A lot of people wasn't focusing like the hill or rotations and it kinda like bit G2 in the ass at the end because then Cloud9 was able to win. But it was just a fun series to watch, and it, like made me like this map a little bit more. Just the way they was like controlling and fighting for this top mid, the P1. Isn't it P1?
Yeah,
Yeah.
P1's
The one
top
with the
mid. Yeah.
one, yeah, the one with the three entryways. Yeah, I like the way they played that. That was a good map and a good like a good like first time seeing both of these teams play. Yeah, they played at a good level, a high
100%.
level, I guess. VJ.
Ooh. I think Cloud9 is mixy for me. I think Mac was your best player in my opinion. Mac showcased himself well. I think Vivid actually Loki played all right. Obviously, stat wise, he didn't look great at times, but
Donut.
overall though for Vivid, it was like yeah, I just kind of feel it for him, bro. It's like every time this dude gets on a team, it's just like he's always put on the worst moment of it. It's not even like he's playing bad individually. It's just he's always being put at the worst moment, worst potential area he could be at for him to just not play. And so I'm like, damn. For G2, I think low key, I feel like G2 kind of found that stride in like the middle of the series when they learned, yo, we got probably the best sub duo in like the middle tier teams. Like, bro, we got the best sub duo. Let's just run it down with them. And they activated and they started going stupid. So I'm like, yeah. Thank goodness, like they found something with that. I mean, I won't say they found, but I felt like that was kind of the obvious. I felt like Kremp was gonna be that main guy because he was a very good like player last year. But the fact that him and SU kind of are working together, I mess with that. Like they both kind of could flip the switch on who's gonna be entry, who's gonna be the finesse, and it just keeps flipping. I like that. I think the only person I can critique for G2 is Mamba. I think he kind of needs to drop the kill horde tendencies and kind of work with Caesar a little bit, because I feel like Caesar, he's a vet. Caesar's a vet. He knows how to play the game he wants to play. But I feel like if Mamba could low-key work the kinks of kind of how to like slowly, not essentially just kill horde and like kind of just be, learning his rotations, learning where to block and all that whatnot with the AR, especially, since the AR is pretty crucial in certain maps, the way it seems like in this game. I just think overall Mamba can definitely, be solid for sure. So I can't really say none more from both teams at the moment, but at least from what I saw from this game.
Lisa,
Definitely wanted to see what you guys had to say to that, because I think Mamba sometimes he does look a little lost from what I watched. Because obviously, final game that we're gonna go to is Optic against G2, and in my opinion, sometimes he just looks a little lost in the sense of structure. Team movements, team plays, getting the row or going to the OBJ or whatever it is. If it's in search, you making sure you have the right angle. And sometimes he's just so focused on getting a trade or a kill. It's like, what are you doing? That when I was watching it, that's what I thought. That's why I wanted to hear what you had to say about that. I want to hear what you had to say too, Cam.
Lisa, you can go.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think I agree in the sense, like, that's why I said, like, I think he just needs to work with Caesar. I feel like, because Caesar, he plays like one of those like structured type of ARs where he's like, he knows what to do. He's not gonna be stat wise, he's not gonna be efficient. I guess you could say he's like a hill kitten at times, because he's just gonna force himself on the hill. But overall, I just think, like, if you could work alongside Caesar, learn where to play cutoffs, learn where to play fucking angles, learn how to, when you need to block, you can block, because you got two aggressive subs that are intertwining and just basically slaying for you. You kind of just need to block and get angles right. That's essentially what you got to do, at least at the beginning of the game. Later in the game, obviously, then you got to develop the overall, depth of it. But right now, as a start, if you could just get these out the way, this is a roster that you could potentially keep for the rest of the year. I think that's the main point, one. And two, potentially, if not keep the rest of the year, you can make yourself look good enough to where you can stay with the team or you get on a better team potentially. That's how I see it. It's a win-win regardless of how you look at it in that sense. But I just feel like this team is definitely opening more eyes slowly and surely, especially with how solid these guys are at like the projected they were supposed to be. Like, people were projecting this team to be shitters, and look at them.
Okay, so the whole Mamba thing, I know him from EWC and Challengers last year. Who did he play with in EWC and Challengers? At the end of the season, at least, was Mac and Vivid. He also played with Craze. Him and Craze was just like, they was just like y'all said, bro. It's just like going for the kills and wanting to trade so bad. And then it was kind of like Mac and Vivid always played like cleanup, or like they were the smarter ones because they was the vets on the team. It felt like. And then for this team, your vet is Skies, so you gotta trust his gun skill to like clean up, or like you want him to work together. So he's gonna have to learn, like you said, it's gonna be tendencies. It's gonna be, does he want to do that? Because he thinks, I think he just thinks he just wants to just fly and just try to like just be twitchy and just shoot his gun, which is fine. But then you drop on .65, my boy. So you gotta like figure out how to not do that. And like you said, just work with Skies, bro. Like, you're just gonna have to do that, bro. It's just like, this isn't Challengers no more, and this is a step up. And if you want to make a bigger impact, you're gonna have to work with Skies at that point. But like I said, it's just something different for him, and this is his first time in the league, so hopefully he could be able to get it down, and I trust he will. He's a good enough gun skill to figure it out, and it's just gonna be him just like going through the season and just slowly just like building the repetition with Skies on these different maps and different game modes. And I don't really look at it like that. Like it's gonna be a problem, because like you said, I think this team could stay for the rest of the year potentially. I think the Caesar guy, I don't know about him, especially in the Optic game. But yeah, shout out Cloud9. Again, Cloud9 and like they're not. I don't know what they expect with this team, man. I don't know why they put this shit together, bruh. There's no first overall pick like in other sports. You're not gonna be able to draft nobody first overall, so I don't know why they're tanking. But at least they competed, bruh. And I'm talking shit, but like, bro, I don't know, bruh. Like it just sucks because Vivid's like, bro, he's dropping fucking 0-8s and fucking donuts, bro. It's like, it's not even like 0-5, bro. It's like bro, you got 0-8'd, and I'm like, I remember it was like, I think the last round it was like 1-3. It was a 1v3, and it was like okay, Viv is in a 1v3. for his first kill, and I'm like, fuck, he still don't got a kill, yo, and then he didn't get a kill still. So yeah, you just need just more reps, Cloud9, but this team, yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Good luck, man. Good luck. You just got fucking done bad by like the young guns, bro. That's how I feel, bro. Like all these guys are fucking like vets that been in the league forever, bro. And he basically just got outgunned by Estriel, Mamba, and Crimp, bro. Like Crimp's obviously been in the league a long time, or a couple years. Sky has been in the league a long time, but Estriel and Mamba, it's like, bro, they got like 2 years combined in this shit, man, and it's just very interesting, man. But at least took it to game 5, man. I don't know. All right, moving on to the Sunday slate. We got the Falcons back up. And yeah, after they took that loss, on Friday, they decided to win a game versus LAT, man. And I seen fucking Pred yelling in his fucking screen like I was like, oh shit, we're about to see something crazy. I'm like, wait a second, I've seen this before. And then I go back to last year when they were fucking like 0-16 and they got their first win, and I was like, oh shit, this first map win of the year. And it's like fucking March. So yeah, that just gave me flashbacks, and then yeah, they went 0-6, 1-5, and basically got turned up. They turned up the Thieves and basically got 3-1 after that. And yeah, I don't know what y'all take from this. But Chuzy, what do you take from this? Is the Falcon? Well, we already talked about the Falcons, but I mean, I already talked about the Thieves, bro. So what do you get from this matchup? Did anybody play better? Did anybody play worse? Was there some type of progress in the 2 days they had?
Yes, I like to say yes. I'm watching the Thieves pretty heavy this year. Kenny improved. I mean, he wasn't negative every round, so I'm looking at that. I think they're again, it's chemistry. Again, it's a huge team. They replaced 2 players. I think they're just getting used to each other, getting used to play styles. Um, they looked a little more complete. Obviously, they lost a hard point. I mean, sometimes everybody's gonna get one. Um, but I think they look a lot better in my opinion. I've got all the hate in the world that I can throw out there for the Falcons team. I'm not gonna go into that unless we get the green light to do it. But I think the team
It's a
overall is
podcast,
looking pretty
bro.
good. I mean, and well, it's time and place for everything. I'm gonna wait. I want to hear. I'm gonna get everybody else's stuff first. I'll throw it in there at the end after once everybody gives their opinions about this matchup and the teams. But overall, I think they look pretty. I think they look pretty good.
Okay. So you needed Exner was on his shit this game, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I wouldn't say he's on his shit, man. He was just winning his gunfights. Because Exner, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. He was jumping on this hill, bro. This hill time was only 46, bro, but it felt like a lot more, bro. He was like, bro, boom, boom. He's like knocking people down. He's like looking in the right spots. It was like he needed this because I feel like the first game, bro, he wasn't doing shit, bro. And I'm like, oh shit, here's this X-Nid fucking shit where he's supposed to be the face of the franchise and he's doing ass already and struggling. And then so he dropped 39, and then you had Pred drop at 35, and they finally were able to win a map. I mean, yeah, they got 3-0 last time. So yeah, it's their first map win, but at least it didn't come in the middle of March. But yeah, and then you see the next round, 2-6, 2-6, man. So that's search, and then yeah, it was like it wasn't really close after that. But I mean, I think Cell took the biggest, like, I guess, growth. I felt like he felt like a lot more comfortable in these game modes. And I'm basically talking about hardpoint and the 2 hardpoints because yeah, they need new shit in Overload or Search in my opinion. They got fucking 0-6 and 1-5. So obviously, I think Thieves know the Overload method. And I really think that these rotations on this hard point and both hard points, I feel like we heard their comms in the Scar hard point, and I'm like, okay, like this sounds like some great what's it called, great comms, and it's supposed to be like that because you got Kenny on your team. But I was just kind of like impressed to a certain degree. Obviously they didn't get the win on the first one, but is what it is. But yeah, like you said, can he play better at least? Yeah, and I remember this stat line from fucking Hydra, 20 and 34. I'm like, yo, this dude Hydra was struggling, bro. I was watching this game. Like, some of it was timing, but also I was like, yo, where's his gun at, bro? VJ?
It was a thinker of a game for him. So,
Yeah, it happens, but it was just funny that they were still involved because, yo, bro, he gets a couple more kills, bro, they win.
Yeah.
VJ?
Essentially how it goes. I think at least from when Falcons played Optic to Thieves, it was kind of like, okay, you're facing 2 fucking dynamic powerhouses. What can you change different from the first one? Because the first one, I'll be honest, I mean, we all said it earlier. They got fucking slammed. There wasn't really much to look at in some way, shape, or form. And when they got slammed, so they coming into this one, and they're kind of working it. It kind of reminds me of last year a little bit, but it's definitely a lot more sped up because you got players that actually essentially played in the league, and so they got the experience to learn. It kind of reminds me of last year where they kind of just had to take baby steps, essentially of just like let's work on working one thing at a time. Let's not flood everything. Oh, we got to work hard point, search, overload. Fucking, we gotta learn fucking angles, cutoffs, rotations, timings. Like, no, they're going one bit at a time, and I really like how they played hard points. At least the Falcons did. I think they played hard points very well. I mean, I think if you scroll up, I'm pretty sure they won on map 1, and in map 4 they scored like 200 or
Yeah.
200.
Yeah.
They played the hard points way better in my opinion this time. Obviously search, we can ignore that shit. And overall the overload, yeah, they simply just got outslayed in that one, in my opinion. I think Thieves didn't even really have to fucking make up real game plans. They kind of just had to say, yeah, let's just go in their spawn. We have fucking the best aggressive sub in the Call of Duty League in general, and probably in history, in Abizi. Just throw him out there, but he's gonna do something. And basically that's what they did. Just kind of put him out there. Like, that one point they got was basically pity points. Honestly, it should have been 5-0. So overall, it's just I like what the Falcons are doing, going step by step. I mean, I know Clayster. Clayster is not gonna let this shit up. I mean, shit, he's gonna figure out something. Thieves, I kind of say the same mojo, man. Nothing else to say. It's just when they're on it, they're on it. When they're not, they're not. So that's all I can really say for them.
I really feel like the overload. What did Kenny say in his shit? Like they had basically the ball. I think I don't know whether it's A or B, but basically on the stair side, like the open side, like the little like roofs and shit. Yeah, yeah. I remember they was like, yo, bro, what are they doing? And then just like, because I'm pretty sure they just like sat there, bro. They was like just protecting the goal line, bro. And Kenny was like stopping and trying to wait for his teammates because he was like, last one alive, bro. And it was just like, bro, I just feel like the meta, like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. A lot of teams are behind on the meta and overload, bro. Some people got it and some people don't. If you don't got the leaders, like, I think, the vets like Kenny, Envoy, and things of that nature, like Optic, bro, you're gonna be so behind in this type of game mode for however long. Like, bro, you're gonna get 5-1, bro. And the Falcons got 5-1. Why do you think why do y'all think it takes so long for the Falcons to, like, not turn up? But why do you think everything's just so much more difficult, bro? They got Cell, bro, who's basically arguably like a top 3, top 5 player last year. And they got Pred, who plays top 10 sometimes. And then you got Xnid, who's a young star, potentially. And then you got Kismet, who's a serviceable 4th. Choose.
You want to go, Chuck?
I'll go. Can you go to map 4 for me real quick? I just want to see the stats on that. Yeah. I think I don't know. I just think they're slow to get going. I mean, for one, I think they're dysfunctional. I mean, this is a lot of clashing play styles. I mean, actually went off first map, just neg everything else. When I was watching that first map, I mean, he was flying at them. I'm gonna be honest, he
Yeah.
was flying at them. But the rest of the team does not fly. They do not. And you can use I guess you can say you can use the overload for an example. Overload is a fast-paced game mode. It's basically who can get to the spawn trap the fastest and how can we keep maneuvering the ball to get to the to get to the hoop. And I think Action will fly, but you have 3 players, and again, Cell is still, I think he's still one of the top players. He's arguably still one of the top players. Pred, when he's on, is top player, but it takes him a minute to get going, and in my opinion, they're a little slower. Like, you got 3 slower players and one guy that's trying to fly. I mean, if you're trying to make that all mesh and at the same time their comms, I'm not going to just let that go away. Their comms are freaking dog shit. I'm sorry, they are. Like, if you're trying to make that all mesh, like it's nothing but hectic. Like, I think they can slay enough where it can be competitive in hardpoint, but I mean 6-0 in search, and then you got multiple teams. Like, what the heck are they doing? And you need to figure out the meta in overload because I think it's a fast paced game mode, and only one of their players is fast paced in my opinion. Just in comparison, I mean if you look at Thieves, you got again Abizi. One of the most aggressive players, if not the most aggressive player. You got Hydra, who's going to fly at you. You got Scrap, I mean he's voted best wasn't he voted MVP last season?
Yeah.
It wasn't, yeah.
MVP last season, and you have Kenny and a vet who has done this before. He has won a chip. Again, I mean, they're playing two of the best teams in the league for the first two games, which is a mountain of a task. But at the same time, I think they're just slower when it comes to learning this new game mode. I mean, you can use G2 for example. They're flying at people. You know, I mean, I think to a sense they're kill horn, but at the same time they're flying. They're fast paced. This team is slower besides one person, in my opinion. I think that's where the disconnect is. And at the same time, comms and chemistry. There's just so much that needs to be worked on. I think their hard point, they can get by enough just because of straight gunny. But the rest of it, it's like, it's not just straight gunny's going to get you the W. It's not.
Hey, I noticed that Kismet has some good English. I understood him. That's the one thing I learned. I was like, he wasn't breathing heavy in the mic like I thought. He looked like he lost weight too, bro. So shout out to him, man. VJ?
Um, I mean, I think the main point that Chuck said is kind of like I agree in majority of it. Like the contributing, like all their playstyles is kind of similar. I think Xnit is still like a learning curve. He's still essentially learning to play COD, like competitive COD till this moment. If we're being real honest, like yes, he looks way better. Don't get me wrong. Like he potentially has like great growth and potential in the league, like for sure. Like out of all those players last year, they fucking subbed like what 10 fucking Saudi players, motherfucker. They got fucking one, and I'll take that over none. So you got that, but you got two of kill whores, just different positions in Cell and Pred. They're kill whores. Let's be real here.
They are.
This is evident from years on years of everyone complaining about how Cell's a kill whore. Cell's too slow. He's not fast enough because he's kill horn. He's waiting for someone else to bait so he can kill whore. Pred, he's not naturally I won't say he's like a crazy slow sub, but he has a lot of tendencies on his teams where he was actually good and functioning right. It was always someone else bait for me, bait for me. Look at when he won the ring with Optic. Yo, Ant, run with me, Ant. You see Ant go first? He's like, oh yeah, I'm running right after. We good, bro. You go to the search squad. Mac, run forward. Go and bro, Mac will run forward. It was just always a bait, bro.
Yeah.
And it just ends up like it worked out at those moments, but I think just now it's kind of like, yo, you can't do that. Kismet can't run it no more because he's technically the flex now. You can't just force Kismet to do that no more. So you have to rely on Xnid, in my opinion. And I think Xnid is just like, yes, he can do his thing for sure, and he could definitely learn how to like, be essentially the bait, the aggressor. But at the same time, he's only one guy. You got three motherfuckers that are not gonna bait. Yo, you're basically throwing yourselves in a fucking isolated position. Like you just have to win straight one-on-one gunnies, and potentially you're gonna get jumped because you're just trying to bait Xnid 24/7. So I don't know how I feel about it in that sense. I just think overall, like the team composition, it works in terms of slaying, but man, like someone has to take the fall, bro. I think that's one of the topics too that we agreed on, like in the preseason, essentially, is someone has to take the bait, someone has to take the fall. We all assumed it would be fucking Kismet, and in some way, shape, or form, he is, but at the same time, it's not being effective enough to the point where it's like, yo, this is not. Who knows if this team's gonna stay together at this rate? Who knows? We're being honest. Who knows if the team's gonna stay together? I don't know who they could get any better, which is the worst part about it, but it's looking grim. So
It's
we'll see how it turns out.
Hey, man. The season just started, man. Not gonna lie, bro. Xnid versus Scrap. Who has the longest neck, bro? That shit was crazy, bro, in the thumbnail. Someone pointed that shit out, bro. I had to look, bro. I'm like, yo, I never knew Xnid's neck was that long, bro. That shit is crazy. Yo. Anyways, we got one of the more high-powered matchups of the weekend. The Paris General Mates lose in a 5-game matchup against the FaZe Vegas. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It kind of came out of nowhere. In my opinion, bro, because I thought General Mates was gonna be able to pull this out just because of the way they treated them in the hard point. Yo, bro, FaZe stuffed them in the locker, bro. 6-0 for the last map. I'm like, damn, y'all can't even win one. Nah, we good, bro. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. But I think this was the map where I was like, or this was the match where I was like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, 04 was doing his shit, man. Maybe it does show up in the stat sheet. But yeah, it was one of the things where it's like, yeah, when 04 is getting his kills, bro, it makes life so much more easier for this guy down here, bro. And yeah, there was definitely times where Simp wasn't doing his due diligence. I remember those couple maps that he was negative at one point, so I had to come back on, and yeah, they was down a lot when he was negative. But hey, bro, they was able to pull out the dub, winning Game 5 against one of the more high-powered teams in the league. And yeah, I don't know if you call this an upset, but from my standard, but I didn't think FaZe was gonna be able to take them to Game 5 and actually sweep them in the Game 5 at that. Choosy, how you feel?
I think Genomics was definitely the favorites in this. Only the truly loyal FaZe fans are gonna be saying, "Yeah, I was rooting for FaZe from the start." And anybody that was not just a diehard FaZe fan was thinking Genomics was gonna win this. Going over map one, I mean, it looks like Genomics just got the best of them, everybody. I watched it and it was pretty fast paced. I'm gonna be real. I think Genomics ran out of steam. I mean, they got slammed bad in the search. I'm gonna be real. And I thought they had the meta for overload and them guys got 6-1. I watched it and I'm an 0-4 fan. I mean, he was frying us back when we played him in champs in EWC. 0-4, he was doing his thing against Optic. I'm not gonna lie. And then again, there's a lot of stuff that he still does that does not show up on that stat sheet. But that overload, he was doing I feel like he was doing everything. He was doing the whole 9 yards. Um, I think overall it was a great game. A big thing we said about FaZe is that they they just have to get some chemistry going. I mean, there's a lot of play styles. There's two similar play styles in Jaws and Abuza. And then I think they just got to get the chemistry going. And this is a prime example. Didn't they get 3-0'd by FaZe earlier in the week? No, they got 3-0'd by Thieves earlier in the week. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah,
They got
FaZe
3-0'd
got
by
yeah,
Thieves.
they
FaZe
FaZe
just
yeah.
got
quote
3-0'd
unquote
earlier.
slam, quote unquote.
And yeah, and technically, yeah. Again, I think it was a chemistry thing. Then you go and face one or the other, arguable again, top four teams, G mates. You take them to Game 5 and you walk them out. Like I said, it takes a minute for drives to get going. Not a fan of him, but he was looking a lot better this series versus the last series. I'm gonna be completely honest. And I think overall they just it clicked for him. And I think General Mates ran out of steam.
Yeah, this 6-0 search and destroy pissed me off because I'm pretty sure the Gentlemates had a 2v3 situation where bomb was down and they let I'm pretty sure it was like it was like a maybe it was I don't know. It was somebody that wasn't Jazza. I remember it wasn't Jazza, bro. But basically, bro, someone hit a crazy rap on them, and I think fucking hit fucking Neptune on the bomb, like he was hiding in the corner on bomb, just trying to play his life. Hit him on the bomb, and then bro, they choked the 2v3, and I was like, that was your only chance at winning, and you had bomb down, and you lost it, bro. And I'm pretty sure Ghosty died in that. Like he just threw his life away, and I was like, oh shit, Ghosty died already. Yeah, it just wrapped the whole shit up, bro. It's already 2v2 at that point. I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of it right, but I just remember that round specifically in this matchup, and I'm like, yeah, they just fucking choked that shit crazy, bro. And yeah, I think FaZe just need to work on their hard points, man. They put up 150 on the hard points, so G-Mate's got something they're strong in. Maybe FaZe need to work a lot more in this because outside of that, bro, they got the search and overload down 6-3, 6-1, and then 6-0, bro. VJ, how you feel?
Hey, dirty Neslo right here, bro. It was a very dirty Neslo, bro. I think FaZe definitely showed kind of like the strong points of what we've been saying all season. I think search is definitely. I mean, you look at the roster for FaZe. This is a search first, in my opinion. Like this team is literally built for search. You got the perfect search players essentially. The overload I ain't like that was a bit shocking. The way they went to overload was a bit shocking. They slammed Gentleman's.
Bro,
Come
that
on,
man Simp was in a spawn. I got
bro.
Right, he was just killing shit. I'm like,
Pimp,
yo, someone
bro.
grab this dude.
That's the pimp, man. He's going stupid and 04, running back ass self doing all the booms out there and stuff. So he going out there doing his thing. But for sure it's the respawns. I think that was definitely a concern. Like, can they be consistent in all game modes? Obviously, and obviously they got slammed. But like I said though earlier, they got slammed arguably by the best respawn team in the game right now, in the Gentlemates. I think clear and cut the best respawn team. So it's not really a hard thing to kind of take just because two good teams and FaZe just pulled off a nasty Neslo, bro. It was bad, bro. They like it looked like they had no hope in the searches. That's how bad it was for Gentlemates. So one thing I did see today at least is that Gentlemates they were going hard on them S&D scrims. They were there, every scrim they had they were going hard in the S&D. So nice to see that at least they're trying to improve that. Not trying to let that happen again. Getting 6-0, that's rough for a team of your stature. So um, I like it. I like it for both teams. I think this definitely just showed the level of both teams and like where they're at, and it's gonna be a great season if they keep improving rapidly. Especially like how FaZe looks. Everyone kind of doubting FaZe, and with Genovese being kind of that uprising type of squad, I love to see it. So,
Hmm.
great matchup.
How much y'all look into these bands and stuff?
Not often. I only look into bands on like major days because
Okay, because
those
that
days are like, yeah, that's when like
important. We
you're
we
on
don't like
land.
this one.
Exactly,
Yeah,
you're on land. You're fighting for a trophy now. It's like the cool stuff is there.
interesting.
But like these ones, I ain't like I just want to see teams just open their playbook in terms of maps, bro. That's what I just want to see. Like
Yeah.
I feel like teams should like develop their maps right now, here and then, especially after this weekend that's coming up. It's a break. You have literally, apart from maybe for of course celebrating like a week off for Christmas and New Year's, whatever you want to do, buddy. You got fucking like 20 some days to just fuck around and play COD. Y'all better learn something, bro. I'm looking at the lower end teams too. They better get something going. Because if they ain't scrimming in this period of time, bro, get the fuck out of here, bro. Dead ass, give me the Stallions, bro. Put the Stallions back in or something, bro. I'll take the Stallions in the fucking league. Because at least the Stallions putting some fucking work out here. Shit, like I'm tired of these lower end teams low-key kind of just bullshitting around. And like I'm not saying they need to stream and all that, but like, bro, get yourself out there in the scrims, the 8 something, bro. I'm not seeing none of these lower end teams get out there, bro.
Like who? Who we talking
Bro,
about? Cloud
bro,
Nine?
listen. I like to see some more like C9s in there. Maybe a little bit of Boston. Definitely Carolina. Shit, they definitely need shit. But Boston, as long as Boston honestly keeps doing they shit in terms of like developing that potential of like the Nesloing and like getting the respawns better in that sense, I don't really mind it. But hey, man, I'm happy for Surge. I saw a lot of Surge players get on them 8s, so I'm hoping they do something well with that.
That's good. That's good.
100%.
And then we got our final matchup to talk about of the day. We got Optic Texas 3-1 and G2 Minnesota. G2 stole the first game, and they looked good while doing it, in my opinion, man. They had show. They had Shotzi in the box. Wasn't this a Shotzi game where he was, 19 for 31? Damn. And then it was I remember this hard point right here, man. Yeah, this man fucking Skies is a fucking bum. That's all I know, bro. 10 and 25, bro. This man got fucking a swirly, got fucking This dude was getting bullied, bro. This shit felt wrong, man. And yeah, I just think this is what, it's just like sometimes just Skies will do this and be such a great help on the team, and then it's just like the searches is what pissed me off the most sometimes because it's like I just feel like he doesn't have the skill to keep up with some players, bro. I really feel that way, man. Like he'll be the smartest one on the field, bro, but I feel like he just can't like hit the shots or like I don't know, bro. He's just a whiff on him, bro. I don't know if I'm tripping about that. VJ, what do you think?
Uh, ooh, I think map 1 definitely was evidence of like I guess you could say a little bit of complacency from Optic because you can't the way the map 1 started for fucking the Rocker, bro, or G2 Minnesota. My bad. Like, dude, they came out swinging. And I feel like Optic just did not expect that one bit. I mean, bro, you looking at the stat lines. Obviously, everyone got slammed essentially, but overall, like, dude, the Minnesota came out swinging. Map 2, I'll be honest, Minnesota kind of choked it in my opinion. There's a couple moments where you had Mercury's basically doing 1v2s, bro, on you, and like, yeah, those hurt, man. Those 1v2s, man. When you especially when you look back in that VOD, you're like, damn, bro, we really just choked that bad. It's not like a crazy choke, but man, like those were crucials. And then obviously you look at the map count, 6-4. That could have been flipped 6-4 to your side instead if it wasn't for those chokes. But I think the overload is I feel like that's where they got exposed in my opinion. Bro, essentially the fucking Opti just woke up. They're like, all right, enough scrimming. Let's actually take it for real. And they actually just went crazy and did their thing. And then map 4, yeah, I knew that shit was over. Map 4, bro. Fuck, I saw Dashy trick shot with pistol. I'm like, it's over. No, enough said, bro. Bro was trick shot with pistol. I'm like, enough said, bro. This game's over, bro. You got Shotzi out here being the hill kitten. Yeah, game's over, bro. Ain't nothing else to fucking go crazy with. So, yeah, I think Optic just they did what they need to do, but you could definitely tell a little bit of unexpected, like they weren't expecting anything crazy, and a little bit of complacency kind of hit them this game. Thankfully, they figured it out in their end because to be honest, I feel like some adversity needs to be hit some way, shape, or form. Because listen, as much as I'm a fan of the team, bro, like we can't keep going on a high note every single time, but we gotta take a little bit of humblings at times. So like to see that. And I think Minnesota just you got to expand that map pool. In my opinion, I feel like they just felt uncomfortable, and I think Den Overload they just felt uncomfortable. They were really they just went play defense, bro. They did not play no offense one bit. And then the fucking exposure, I just felt like it was just. I don't even think there's nothing wrong. I think it was just momentum based. Like I said, Dashy's doing tricks out of
Shooting,
the pistol,
bro.
bro.
Shooting.
Bro, it's yeah. It was literally kind of raps from there in my eyes.
Chuck, how you feel?
Same thing. I'm pretty much the same way. I mean, like we said last video, earlier this video, G2's they're a little bit of an aggressive team. I think they do need to expand their map pool. I think it caught Optic off guard that first map. As you can see, I mean, Shotzi had a stinker. I think they were just a little more aggressive than he thought. I caught him a little off guard. But once they got the adjustment, I mean, prime example, map 2 and search. I mean, 2v1 and both of you guys leave the bomb. I don't know what we're doing. Like,
And
there's
nah,
two of y'all. Y'all both
it's
from the
leave the
same
bomb
school.
and y'all don't got sight on it, bruh. You
That's what I'm saying.
you're
Like,
not even looking at it.
it's a
All right.
2v1. I mean, if you're not counting that, I mean, what the hell are you doing?
You
But
remember who
both of
planted
y'all do
that?
not need to be there.
Who planted that?
I do not remember who. I do not remember who planted that.
The first one, I think it was
Not the Ninja Defuse.
The
It was
Ninja Defuse.
the
It was
Ninja Defuse. I forgot. I think they just he kind of just choked that bad. But then
like,
the second one, I think Merc just planted and just literally did a whole wrap around the map, and he just
yeah.
clutched it.
But it's like if it's a 2v1, I mean, you guys got to be watching that. I mean, that's just an example of like they're a young team and sometimes they kill whore. I think that stuff where like those are coaching moments, you know? I mean, if it's a 2v1, I can't stress that enough. Like somebody has to watch it. I mean, you have the guy outnumbered. Like there's no reason both of y'all are going to garage and no one's watching the bomb. That does not make sense to me whatsoever. Um Overload, I think there's still a lot of teams trying to get adjusted to it. I mean, we're leaving control, we're touching Overload. It's a completely different game mode. One where we're playing off of lives versus one we're basically playing capture the flag. Um I think that they just don't have a great protocol for it. I think also Optic's pretty good at it, so I think they were just at an extreme disadvantage. And then by the final hard point, Optic had a full flow. I mean, they slammed Minnesota, just to say the least. I mean, they slammed them. Like we watched the video, I was wondering if Skies was even gonna hit 10 kills for a sec. And then Dashy was just literally just running around with a pistol. He was doing nothing else but running with a pistol. He wasn't even using the AR. And I was just kind of sitting there. I was like, yeah, they don't really care about this match. They already know they have it in the bag. So, I mean, it's a coaching moment for G2. I mean, you're playing the defending champs. I figured they get one, which they did, but I mean, I didn't think they were gonna. I didn't think they were gonna pull it out, but there's just so many coaching moments they can. I hope they do VOD reviews and they rewatch this. There's so many moments that they can work on. I swear.
Yeah, I think Scott's gonna be your Mr. Burger King. Your Mr. Put the fries in the bag for Major One. And yeah, the 10 and 25 game is definitely the front runner for probably worst performance I've seen this year. So yeah.
Whoa. He's the 10 and 25 is the worst, but Vivid went 0 and 8.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just a different
Which
game
one?
on, man.
But come on, 0 and 8, bro. You didn't get one. Nobody else has had a 0. I mean, 10 is bad, but he didn't get one.
To be fair, you gotta think about Vivid.
Most deaths, least kills.
Bro, he went 0 and 8. You got keep in mind they went to round 11. That means that for 3 rounds that he didn't die, he didn't get shit.
Yeah,
Wait, that was round 11?
Definitely. Yes,
Oh,
that
yeah.
went round 11. Yeah. What didn't it?
Yeah, we're there.
Oh shit, bro! It's the fucking it gotta go to completed one, bro.
There we go. There we go.
Wait.
Map 5.
High 5. Oh, they went
game. Now round 9, bro. Like it was one round, bro. He was watching playing, bro. Wasn't it, Scar?
He
Yeah.
died every round but one, and he didn't get a kill. He didn't even get a trade. What
It's not that bad, bro.
That's not that bad. You didn't get a kill.
It's not worse than Sky's, bro.
But Sky's got 600 damage basically, and Vivid had 500.
Bro, you're talking about fucking Hardpoint versus fucking Surge, bro. That's 2 completely different game modes, man.
Pull up the stats again. Yeah, pull up these stats. Yeah. Go to his game. This is game map 4.
10 and 25. He had the most deaths and least amount of kills, bro.
No.
He didn't even have the most kill time.
He had
Come on, bro.
lost by 4 seconds.
Okay, bro. when you have the most deaths and the least amount of kills, bro.
I don't care, man. Vivid might go down as the one guy who put up a donut in all of Call of Duty this season. That is the worst performance. I don't care. Somebody else can drop 10 kills. That man dropped a donut. There is a chance he is the one singular person that dropped a donut. That is the worst performance so far. I'm sorry. Yeah, you may vote for Skies. You can hate on him. I'll hate on him too. I'm on your side, but Vivid definitely has the worst performance. That man got no kills. I get it with Surge, but 0. Come on, man.
Come on, was dropping 2 and 6, man. They
You might,
damn near
you
right
might as well
there,
hand,
bro.
bro. I ain't like you might as well hand Vivid the sniper, bro, to guarantee 1 at least. Shit.
I'm saying, like he
You
didn't
might,
even have a sniper. He had regular
you might as well
guns.
give him the sniper to guarantee 1, bro. That's terrible.
I have a question. Who's the best sniper so far?
Probably Dashy. Dashy or Sib, in my opinion. Those two been hitting,
Sib.
bro.
I mean, Sib, bro.
Dash,
Who'd he trade with? Who'd he trade with on raid? It was him and like.
Oh, I know you're talking about. I think it was Skies. Caesar's dirty with a sniper too.
I was gonna say Sib or Abuza. Abuza's he did his thing a couple rounds.
Bozo, yeah.
Abuza's alright.
Yeah, him on that den on the right side. Smacking.
I think
Smacking
Abuza's alright, but
Dojo.
I feel like I think the crazy part about Abuza though is that he's arguably not even the best sniper on his team, but yeah, he's doing nasty with it though. That's crazy to think about, in my opinion.
Who's the best in?
Simp,
Simp?
bro. Simp is, bro. I mean, there's a reason why everyone talks about BO4 Simp, bro. There's a reason why everyone talks about BO4 Simp.
Simp the pimp. All right. Chuck, you got the updated scores from last week. Again, if you guess the right team, it's 1 point. If you guess the right score and the right team, it's 2 points. Not in total, in total.
I just have one that I did not get the score on. It cut out. It was Toronto Koi versus Miami Heretics.
What do you mean cut out?
When you went to say your score, I listened to the VOD. I could not hear what you said. I don't know what the score said. I know you took Toronto, but I don't know the score.
Knowing me, I probably said something like 3-1 shit. Nah, honestly, knowing me, I probably said some 3-1 stuff.
We've got you at 9. If you
Who's
said
you?
3-1,
VJ?
you're wrong. So yeah.
VJ at 9?
VJ's at 9 total points.
How many get right score predictions did he have?
He has, let me see here, 1, 2, 3. He has 3 correct score predictions.
And it was score predictions with the right team, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
That's 2 points. Right team and right score prediction, 2 points.
So like my whole thing was, if like for the first game, if he was to say 3-0 Falcons, for example, and it was 3-0 Ravens, he doesn't get no points for that.
Correct.
I feel like just guessing the wrong team in general was 0 points.
Yeah, you gotta get the right team.
Yeah, you gotta get the right. Yeah.
So he has 9 because I don't have his Toronto scores. So I'm not counting it. So he has 9. Cam, you have 13 points.
Damn.
You've got 5 correct guesses of team and score. The only one you got wrong was FaZe against Thieves.
FaZe against Thieves.
Yeah,
What I picked the team?
You took FaZe 3-1 and Thieves 3-0'd them.
Damn, I took FaZe. Damn, I was trusting Kenny to be ass.
I'm actually the only person that took Thieves in that match.
Damn. Me and VJ aren't ball knowers.
I also have 13 points. I got 5 correct score predictions. The only game I got completely wrong was FaZe against Gentlemates. I took Gentlemates and they lost.
We took FaZe?
Y'all took FaZe.
What the fuck were we on, VJ? Yo.
FaZe against Gentlemates? I
don't know, bro. I thought I took Gentlemates, bro. If you would asked me what I took, bro, I would have said Gentlemates, I thought. Interesting.
Y'all both said FaZe. I re-listened to it. I was the one guy that took G-Mates, and they lost. So
interesting. All right, let's get into predictions for this week. It looks like we got another 3 games, and then we're not going to be back until January 9th. So, all right. This season is so fucked up, bro. Like, why do we got 2 weeks of games and then a fucking month, like, delay? Yo, that's so stupid.
But we got an off season already, but that's crazy.
Stupid. All right, Riyadh Falcons versus Carolina Royal Ravens. Let me get Falcons 3-1. Chuck.
I'll take Falcons 3-1.
PJ.
Bro, both these teams are fucking horrendous. Jesus.
But one is far better than the other.
In some way, shape, or form, maybe. Honestly, give me Falcons 3-2.
Okay, 3-2. 3-2 I feel like the safer one, bruh. All right, G2 Minnesota versus Boston Breach. I want to see what y'all do first. VJ.
Oh shit! Nah, this is actually a dirty good matchup. I can't lie. This is nice. This is nice. Honestly, bro. Ooh. Give me Boston 3-1.
Chuck.
It's tough. This is a tough one. I'm rooting for G2, but this is actually a tough pick for me. And for the sake of experience, I want to say Boston, but like G2 just flies, man. If they can just not let them get a groove, I don't see Boston winning. That's tough. Give me I don't know, man. That's tough. I want to say G2 so bad.
Trust the gut, bro. You gotta trust the gut. What you got, man?
I'm gonna take G2 3-2. I think we're going game 5.
I think that's a good one. This is tough. That's a tough one, bro.
On one hand,
bro, G2 is the favorite. What?
On one hand, you got Boston with the new addition of Nasty looking nasty, and then you got Skies. Fuck. I gotta trust Skies, man. I don't want to say anything. I'll say 3-1 G2. I'll be a little bit different. I was hoping y'all pick two of the same one, so I just go the opposite and get the free point. That's why I wanted y'all to go. All right, we got Vancouver Surge versus Toronto Koi. We got the battle for Canada in Call of Duty. I'll take Toronto Koi 3-0. Choosing.
I just don't know if Vancouver's gonna win a map. That's my thing. I think Toronto might slam. I'm taking Toronto.
Do the same thing.
Did you say 3-0?
Yeah.
I don't know. Didn't Abe sub in for Toronto?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's cool with Joe. Doesn't mean he can't get put in the rim.
Give me Toronto 3. Give me 3-0. I'll take 3-0. I don't think Vancouver's gonna win a map again.
VJ.
Give me Toronto 3-1, but Gwen drops a 35+ bomb. Killhorn.
Hey, bro, got side bets into this shit. Yeah.
If that hits, I'm throwing an extra point on there, 100%.
All right, we got a big matchup. We got the Paris General Mates versus the Los Angeles Thieves. Yo, what the hell? Wait, why I click on a matchup and don't got like the teams and shit? Oh, but yo, okay.
They fancy.
Yeah, bro, they got everything, bro. What the hell? They got win percentages and shit, bro. What the fuck? Yo, am I tripping? Like, those are players right here. Anyways, who do I want to go with, man? It's gonna be 3-1 in favor of Genomates. Ghosty getting his revenge. It's gonna be cinema. You gotta be there Saturday. VJ.
Genomates 3-0.
Kenny getting put in a rim like that? Yo, Choosy.
I don't know why, bro. I feel like Thieves might mess around and win this one.
It's because they're a regular season team.
Yeah. G-Mates, Thieves, G-Mates, Thieves. I'll be the different one on this one. Give me Thieves 3-1.
No 3-2. We're
3-2.
not seeing
No,
the
no,
game
3-2.
five.
3-2.
I'm
Give me
about to
3-2.
say.
We're gonna go game 5.
Okay. Give me Ghosted with a 40 plus kill. I want side bets too. Optic Texas versus Miami Heretics. Give me Optic 3. Um, 3-0. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. Choosy.
Optic 3-1. I think Miami's gonna pull a round off.
Like a hard point. First hard point. Just like how what was
Nah,
it? G2 did.
it's gonna be like Search or something. I don't think they're gonna do that good in response.
Hmm. Interesting. VJ.
3-0 Optic.
Okay. All right. Vancouver Surge versus Cloud9 New York. Who's gonna get the first overall pick? Face ass. Yo, why is this shit not like that? Yo, they're not showing the teams no more, bruh. Got fucking Afro Mac Beans. Yo, let me get Nern. Gwen facing his former team. They played like 3 games on with. I'll let y'all go. VJ.
Ooh.
I'm
I
thinking the
think
whole
Surge
time.
2-1. I think Surge gets day first right here. I say 3-1 Surge.
Okay. But would be either one of them first ones. Choosy.
Uh, they both suck. That's the bad part. It's like, will Gwen's kill whoring work? No, not Gwen. Is it Gwen? It's Gwen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Gwen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
what I
you're,
thought.
you but the thing is, this is 2 kill horde teams, so it's kind of like
That's what I'm saying.
you gotta who's the bigger kill horde? I trust Gwinternet over fucking mac and cheese, bro.
Mac and cheese. Nice.
This is crazy. Um,
Mac and beans. Oh shit. New collab
give
just
me
dropped.
Might be onto something.
and
Man,
Vancouver's gonna have the bad servers too. Still.
don't they live in a house together?
No,
Or
Vancouver's
Cloud9?
split, but they're split. Vancouver's split. Like they have like all the players individually. They just
Who was the one with the mattress on the ground in the background?
I
Is
don't
that
know. I know
Vivid?
what you're talking about. But I don't remember, but
Like
yeah, Cloud.
Cloud9's gonna sell, bruh.
Yeah.
Give me Vancouver 3-2. I feel like they'll probably go to game 5.
Damn, I'll go. I was gonna go Surge 3-2. I'm gonna stick with it. Riyadh Falcons versus Boston Breach. Give me Boston Breach 3-1. 3-0. Give me Boston Breach 3-0. Maybe Falcons get some momentum. Give me a Boston Breach 3-1. Yeah, I don't know, bro. It's hard to Falcons though. Yeah, give me Boston Breach 3-1. Chuck, choose it.
Give me. I don't know, man. I feel like Falcons might mess around and beat Boston. It's steep. It's steep. But like Boston's not bad, don't get me wrong, but not the caliber of the two teams they just got dismantled by. Like they're not Optic and freaking Thief. Like
Agreed, for sure.
nah, give me Boston 3-2.
3-2. Game 5.
I think Falcons will find some momentum. I just don't think they're gonna be good enough to win it.
You need to do a side bet, Chuck. Eventually, one of these last 3. So we got side bets. Do you want to do it this game or not this
Not
game?
this one. Not this
Okay,
one. Definitely not.
VJ.
Breach 3-2. I think the Falcons learn how to play hardpoint.
Okay, Miami versus Cloud9. I think Cloud9 gets the third loss. 0-3 on the season. Give me Miami in a 3-0 Rencore. The Rencore game. It's the one where he starts putting shit into the rim. Afro big ass gonna fall to the ground. Beans gonna fucking cause an earthquake and shit. VJ.
Dude, there's another kill horde versus kill horde team, bro. Will they ever touch the hard point? Will they ever plant the bomb? We'll find out this game because I got Miami 3-1.
Definitely Miami 3-1.
Definitely. All right. Final match for your Sunday before Christmas and all that good shit. Toronto Koi versus FaZe Vegas. I'll let y'all go first. Chuck, let me hear your side bet. Let me hear the Simp 40
FaZe.
game.
Give me FaZe.
Simp Ninja Defuse.
I'm gonna take FaZe 3-1, but I think Joey D gives us like a 35 ball.
Okay. I will go next and take Toronto Koi 3-2. VJ?
I like Koi in this one. I like him 3-1.
3-1. Oh, shit. We got a lot of swings. Okay. All right. And that is where we end it, right? I don't know. I don't know when the next pod's going to be. Just taking a look at the schedule. The next matchup is on a Friday. You got 2 matchups here for January 9th. So, what, January 8th?
But that's literally next year, bro. Literally in what, like 4 weeks. It's literally 4 weeks, bro.
I mean, what do we do? Are we going to do a pod next week and talk about the games?
I won't be here next week, so
IRL, you know what I mean? IRL.
Gotcha.
yeah, I could do that. I mean, we could talk about the games and we can do a little bit of review.
I
Absolutely.
don't know. I mean, it's kind of like going back and forth because technically speaking, we could only, I won't say we can only, but I feel like next week will be like, if we're gonna go over the next games in January next week, I'm like, damn, bro, that's far as shit.
Yeah, we don't forget them all.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. So
I say we just do the game. Let's do the game reviews. I don't think we have to necessarily like give our predis for the January games, but if we just do
you're right. I watch enough scrims. I'll find something.
yeah, we'll do
Wait,
we'll do something. It doesn't have to be a crazy long video.
so we're doing a pod eventually? All right.
Yes, we're doing a meetup, and we get to meet. We could do with COMMS, 2 dogs as special guests.
Fire.
I think we're good, bro. I'm good. All right. So a pod eventually, before the January 9th game, and it's not gonna be January 8th. It's gonna be hopefully before that. So there's that. Appreciate y'all for watching. All that good shit. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit the description for whatever's in there. Click links. Whatever you do, whatever you interact with us for, turn notifications on, all the above. It helps more than y'all think. It throws us in the algorithm, disperses us to more people in the algorithm. All the above, recommendations, home pages, little recommended videos on the side, you know, things like that. And yeah, see y'all next year or next week or in 2 weeks. I don't know at this point. We'll figure it out. So yeah, do we have anything else? Have anything?
I'm chilling.
Good.
We'll see y'all in the next one. And we out.